Hello and welcome to IndoDiveX, a podcast about diving, ocean stories, and the incredible underwater world of Indonesia. I'm Mia.
And I'm Kai. In this podcast, we explore marine life, diving adventures, and the magic of the Coral Triangle.
Today, we are diving into one of the most legendary spots on the planet for ocean lovers, the Komodo National Park.
It is a place where the scenery above water is just as dramatic as what is below, especially when you are looking for the giants of the sea, the manta rays.
We're specifically talking about the reef manta rays, or Mobula alfredi, which are the main attraction in these nutrient-rich waters.
One of the most famous places to see them is Karang Makassar, which most people know simply as Manta Point.
It is a massive, shallow rubble plateau in the central part of the park, and what makes it so special is that it's only about 5 to 16 meters deep.
Because it is so shallow, the sunlight hits the white rubble and makes the water look like a bright turquoise swimming pool, which is perfect for seeing the mantis silhouettes.
It's almost always a drift dive, so you just drop in and let the current carry you along the seabed while the mantas glide past.
And it's not just one or two. At the peak times, you can see up to 50 manta rays congregating there to feed and be cleaned.
That cleaning part is so interesting because they visit specific coral blocks where small fish like cleaner wrasse and butterfly fish pick parasites off their skin and gills.
It's like an underwater spa, and the mantas will actually hover almost motionless or swim in slow circles to let the little fish do their work.
If you want to see them at their most active, you should try to dive during a rising tide because that brings in clear water and plenty of plankton.
But if you are looking for something even more remote and dramatic, you have to head to the far south of Komodo, to a site called Manta Alley.
Manta Alley is truly epic. It's a channel hewn through rock where the islands have these towering cliffs that dwarf the dive boats.
It's right at the edge of the open ocean, and because it's more remote, you usually need a liveaboard to get there.
The water can be a bit cooler and the current stronger in the south, but seeing a mating train or a cyclone of mantas there is something you never forget.
Beyond being beautiful, these animals are actually some of the smartest creatures in the ocean.
They have the largest brain of any fish, and their brain-to-body ratio is similar to what you see in dolphins or even humans.
Scientists have even found that they pass the mirror test, which means they might be self-aware because they recognize their own reflections.
They're very curious and will often go out of their way to interact with divers, looking you right in the eye as they glide past.
And just like we have fingerprints, every manta ray has a unique pattern of spots on their belly that stays with them for life.
That's how researchers track them, by taking photos of those bellies to identify individual rays.
It's also why we have to be so careful when we're in the water with them. We should never try to touch them because it can damage the protective mucus on their skin.
Exactly. And we should always stay low on the seabed and keep at least 3 meters away so we don't disrupt their natural behavior.
Indonesia has actually become a global leader in protecting them, declaring the entire country a manta ray sanctuary in 2014.
It's the world's largest sanctuary, covering nearly 6 million square kilometers of ocean.
This decision was partly based on Mantanomics, which showed that a single living manta ray is worth about $1 million in tourism over its life.
Compare that to just $40 to $500 if it's caught for its meat or gills, and the choice becomes very clear.
Protecting them is so vital because they reproduce very slowly, usually only having one pup every few years after a 12-month pregnancy.
When we protect the mantas, we're protecting the health of the entire reef and the local communities that rely on them.
It's a reminder that the magic we see underwater is something we have a real responsibility to look after.
Thank you for listening to IndoDiveX. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with fellow ocean lovers.
Until the next dive, keep exploring and keep protecting our ocean.